views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the individual hosts and do not necessarily reflect the views or position of Glickman Digital Media, Your Culture's Edge Podcast Network, our shareholders, and our sponsors. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Are you struggling? Do you have goals? Want to get into better shape? Firm up, lose weight, have job, career aspirations? Want to move up, starting a company? You need Big Mo motivation. Achieve that and much more. Glickman Digital Media and Your Culture's Edge Podcast Network is proud to present this limited podcast series, Motivation Free for All.
People love to focus on things that aren't yet working, and that's good. It's human nature. That kind of divine discontent can be very helpful. But it's incredibly hard to get people to take bold bets, and you need to encourage that. And if you're going to take bold bets, they're going to be experiments, and if they're experiments, you don't know ahead of time whether they're going to work. Experiments are, by their very nature, prone to failure, but a few big successes compensate for dozens and dozens of things that didn't work. I've made billions of dollars of failures at Amazon.com. Literally billions of dollars of failures. Because we know from our past experiences that big things start small. Biggest oak starts from an acorn, and you've got to recognize, if you want to do anything new, you've got to be willing to let that acorn grow into a little sapling and then finally into a small tree, and maybe one day it'll be a big business on its own. Amazon started as a very small company. It was me and a few other people. I was driving all the packages to the post office myself in my 1987 Chevy Blazer. You can't skip steps. You have to put one foot in front of the other. Things take time. There are no shortcuts, but you want to do those steps with passion and ferocity.
It's easy to have ideas. It's very hard to turn an idea into a successful product. There are a lot of steps in between. It takes persistence, relentlessness.
The stress primarily comes from not taking action over something that you can have some control over. Do something you're very passionate about. I wanted to project myself forward to age 80 and say, okay, now I'm looking back on my life. I want to have minimized the number of regrets I have. And I knew that when I was 80, I was not going to regret having tried this. I was not going to regret having wanted, trying to participate in this thing called the internet that I thought was going to be a really big deal. I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that.
Dedication, hard work. Dedication, hard work. I'm a one-man army. One-man army. The world can go against me. I'm still come on top.
I'm just completely not convinced that there's any boxer out there today that can beat Floyd Mayweather.
Former junior lightweight, former lightweight, former super lightweight, and former welterweight world champion, the reigning pound-for-pound champion of the world, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
As of right now, Floyd Mayweather is the face of boxing. it gets no bigger than Floyd Mayweather. This is the pinnacle.
From Sarangani Province, Philippines, the 5-time world champion, currently recognized as pound for pound, the best fighter in the world, Manny Pacquiao.
I came from nothing into something, and I owe everything to God.
May 2nd, that's when the world stops. The biggest fight in boxing history.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us.
All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him, Dick. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
When you lose, it's in your mind.
Sometimes things happen in your life, and it doesn't seem like much at the time.
The mind is the battleground. It is the place where the greatest conflict is. There is nothing as powerful as a changed mind. You can change your hair, your clothing, your address, but if you don't change your mind, the same experience will perpetuate itself over and over again because everything outwardly changed, but nothing inwardly changed.
You are the reason you look the way you look. You are the reason you're unemployed. You are the reason why your surroundings are so dysfunctional and negative. Excuses sound best to the people that's making them up. You got every excuse in the world. That's why your shit ain't moving. That's why ain't nothing changed and nothing will change. Change your mind, and it will change your life.
The struggle is in your mind. This is why we have people who go to bed tired and wake up tired. Slept 8 hours and you wake up still tired. The reason you wake up tired is that you got sleep but you didn't get rest. Your mind has been in turmoil all night long. You've been wrestling in your sleep. Have you ever woke up and your bed was wet? The bed is all torn just like you've been in a fight because your mind has not rested. Your body went to sleep, but your mind is still caught up in a warfare. Your mind is a battleground. Out to worry you to death, out to stress you to death, out to break you down, out to make you quit, out to make you think that you can't get up, out to make you give up on your dream. The warfare is in your mind. It's not in your checkbook. It's not in your savings account. It's not on your job. The fight that you got to fight is in your mind. And if you whip it in your head, you can whip it in your checkbook. You can whip it on your job. You can whip it out of your children. But you got to drive it out of your head.
I'm an up-and-coming fighter, and without a doubt, you will see me on the UFC in the near future, without a doubt.
What's the point of being realistic?
It's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it.
Every hero you guys had was called an idiot, crazy, a loser. You must break society's status quo.
Make a choice. Like, you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide.
I will be where I want to be. I'm 100% confident that I will make it to the top. I have the skills, I have the dedication. It will happen, and I'll let you know when it happens.
The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it.
Never say never. Because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion.
Passion is free. Nobody can charge you for passion. Nobody can tell you what passion looks like. Because that's all about you. Effort is isolated. The reason why effort is isolated, because nobody can dictate it. Effort is 100% in the mind. No coach, no player, nobody else can make you run to the ball. Nobody else can make you finish a tackle. Nobody else can do it. And when you finally figure it out, how to win real battles, it's found through fundamentals. That's what wins championships. That's what wins battles. Because you don't know what tired feels like.
Make a choice. Like, you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way.
Worth knowing who don't have a mind that sometimes leads them astray. I think most of the world's advances in creativity and invention and in almost anything have been done by little spurts of madness. I tried to end my life on a number of occasions. We're all scared inside. We may all walk big, and those guys who walk along look really cocky. They're the ones who are most scared.
No matter what happened to you in your past, you are not your past. You are the resources and capabilities you glean from it. And that is the basis for all change. Because the worse your life is, if you've survived the worst of the worst, if you've made the biggest mistakes and are still breathing, then you can learn from that, and that builds muscle.
Sometimes life does seem unsupportable. Not for any logical reason, that's the point. You can't talk someone out of finding life unpleasant by saying, look what you've got. Because it's not about that. But you can perhaps at least say, look what it will do to other people.
When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And you will find so much power, so much passion, and so much internal fortitude from your past.
You know, we all think we've just missed out on, the secrets of life. The wonderful secret is that we're all equally afraid and uncertain, and that isn't a bad thing.
The possibilities of growing into a better student and a better person and making not just your family proud, but making yourself proud. I know a lot of you are also feeling the strain of some difficult times. And sometimes maybe you're seeing the worries in your parents' faces or sense it in their voice. So a lot of you, as a consequence, because we're going through a tough time, and it may make you wonder at times what your own future will look like, whether you're going to be able to succeed in school, whether you should maybe set your sights a little lower, scale back your dreams. Nobody gets to write your destiny but you. Your future is in your hands. Your life is what you make of it. And nothing, absolutely nothing, is beyond your reach. So long as you're willing to dream big, so long as you're willing to work hard, so long as you're willing to stay focused on your education, there's not a single thing that any of you cannot accomplish. Not a single thing. I believe that. And that last part is absolutely essential. That part about really working hard in school. Because an education has never been more important than it is today. I'm sure there are going to be times in the months ahead when you're staying up late doing your homework or cramming for a test, or you're dragging yourself out of bed on a rainy morning and you're thinking, oh boy, I wish maybe it was a snow day. But let me tell you, what you're doing is worth it. There's nothing more important than what you're doing right now. So you've got an obligation to yourselves to make sure you're getting the best education possible. You've got to instill a sense of excellence in everything that you do. That kind of discipline, that kind of drive, that kind of hard work is absolutely essential for success. You can't just sit around waiting for luck to see you through. You can get into any school you want in the country if you just put in a little bit of effort. Because one of the things I've discovered is excelling, whether it's in school or in life, isn't mainly about being smarter than everybody else. That's not really the secret to success. It's about working harder than everybody else. So don't avoid new challenges, seek them out. Step out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't feel discouraged. Don't give up if you don't succeed at something the first time. Try again and learn from your mistakes. Don't feel threatened if your friends are doing well. Be proud of them and see what lessons you can draw from what they're doing right. If you guys work hard and you're focused on your education and you keep fighting for your dreams and then you help each other reach each other's dreams, then you're not only going to succeed this year, you're going to succeed for the rest of your lives.
If you don't know, now you know. It's true. Your friends, family, and loved ones will be the first ones to try and talk you out of greatness. When you're ready to do something and try something new that's out of your comfort zone, that's out of your norm, it's always the one you're dating, the one you're married to, the one that's in your family, your friends in your immediate circle, that will always try and talk you out of doing something special and significant. Without having fear and rejection, without having fear of the word no. Do you know how many people have had visions, ideas, and huge career moves that they were about to make, and they allowed the word no to stop them from changing the landscape of their life and their family lives. So many people are afraid of rejection and the word no.